Hi everyone, we are here in Studio 360 at F5 AppWorld 2024 in San Jose, California. This is F5's premier application security and delivery conference. I am joined by Jim and from Tara from TD SYNNEX. Can I get you guys to give a quick introduction of yourselves, starting with Jim?
Yep. Jim McBride, I'm Senior Director of Business Development at TD SYNNEX. So I manage all of our business development reps for the security and networking space.
Fantastic. And then Tara?
Hi, my name is Tara Brown. I lead the healthcare vertical here at TD SYNNEX. I'm also the subject matter expert. I have a master's degree as a nurse practitioner, been a former director of nursing, and currently working on my PhD in hospital administration.
Fantastic. Okay, perfect for this conversation. Today, well, first of all, let's start a little bit about TD SYNNEX. Jim, I'll turn that over to you.
Yeah, so we're an IT distributor, and a lot of people don't realize that there is another level to the supply chain. I think that where that really benefits and where we can use our data and our telemetry is that we're usually the largest company and have access to the largest amount of data of anyone in the supply chain. So it really positions us well to see where the trends are, to see what's going on in the market, and really kind of help our partners, who are our customers, develop new tracks around verticals like healthcare and things like that. So.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
That specialization,
Yep.
Having folks like Tara, and maybe Tara, we'll turn it over to you to give us an idea of the cybersecurity industry as far as healthcare goes. What's the current state of that?
So that's a great question. Healthcare is the most targeted vertical for attackers, for ransomware attacks. Cyber attacks have been up in the healthcare vertical about 400% since COVID. And the reason for that is a single patient record is worth about $250 on the black market. So think about, they have your banking information, they have your personal information, and they have your medical history. It's a one-stop shop.
Wow.
So definitely healthcare is the most targeted vertical.
Wow, incredible. And TD SYNNEX, I guess you guys have recognized that this is something that you should focus on. You guys have specialized that, or you're offering specific solutions around that?
Yeah, especially in healthcare. So we're the only distribution chain to have former end users like myself leading their respective verticals. I work on a whole team of subject matter experts, from the former chief of police of Greenville, South Carolina, to homicide detectives, teachers, principals. And they've also, what they've done for healthcare, they've created, like, for cybersecurity assessments that people can take to their customers. And it's about a 45-minute little assessment. It generates a report, and it lets hospitals know where their weak points are in their whole infrastructure. So be it data storage, cybersecurity, it really puts our finger on the pulse of where the problem is, and then we bring a great set of solutions to fix that problem.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's something that we've really tried to double down on, not just on healthcare, is really that specialization to go to the partners who are working with the end customers, with F5's customers, and really, whether it's healthcare or law enforcement, really help develop their practice around different verticals. And Tara's the best example of that. She has more letters in her title than I know existed.
Yeah,
so.
that's awesome. Yeah, super cool. Maybe specific to partners, then we can drill into that.
Sure.
I don't know who wants to take that one, but how are partners specifically going to benefit from working with TD SYNNEX?
So I'll take the general question, then you can do the healthcare part of it. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the talk, we hold the most amount of data, and we can go to the partners and have conversations about their current end customers, potential end customers, what products in security, in the security space that they're not taking advantage of. I know a lot of the conversation here is about selling across the F5 portfolio. We can help direct that conversation, especially with those partners that may not be experienced with F5. Like Tara mentioned, we provide a lot of free assessments that they can utilize for their end customers. They can white label. So there's a lot of benefit that the partners can use when they're attacking a new market, when they're attacking a new end customer, or just trying to expand within the portfolio. So I think where TD SYNNEX lies is we are the subject matter expert across the industry. So
Fantastic.
Yeah, and to drill that down into healthcare, benefit for our partners is I get on calls with them and their customers, and the hospitals don't even have to know that I'm with TD SYNNEX. They just have a healthcare background because I talk the language. And then having great partners and vendors like F5 and what they bring to the table, I can speak specifically to the hospital about how these products and solutions can solve their problems and protect the data.
Oh, fantastic.
There's one thing I want to double down on there is that she mentioned it, but really call it out, is that we can help partners as themselves, whether it's for the pre-sale or post-sale. A lot of things we can white label, a lot of things we can do on behalf of the partner, and the customers don't even know we're in the room. So
Yeah.
Fantastic.
A lot of acronyms in the medical industry. It's hard to know them all.
Yeah,
So I'm happy to
fantastic.
jump in and help have those conversations.
Partners still get to maintain their brand. They get to build their brand
Correct.
on top of the TD SYNNEX brand.
Correct.
Or without the TD SYNNEX brand necessarily.
You're right.
Fantastic. You guys have a couple wins in this space. Maybe we can highlight one of the wins that you guys have had where you've offered what you're doing here out to a customer.
Sure. So in healthcare, there's a large hospital system, actually here in California. We had a very, very big win with F5. And one thing that people don't understand when you think about a hospital system and protecting that system, it's not a singular structure. You got to think about a hospital system is normally multiple campuses across multiple cities, outlying doctors' offices, rural areas. And so we were able to help a large hospital system through F5 secure their entire organization.
Very cool.
Tara was actually telling me earlier when we were kind of prepping for this over breakfast was like all the advantages that partners may not understand about the healthcare space. I didn't have a good amount of detail in, like how to utilize rural funding and things like that we can really help guide partners through and then customers through.
There's a lot of funding out there for cybersecurity right now. $1 billion is being distributed every state over 4 years. California itself got almost $350 million of that. And they're looking at rural organizations like doctors' offices and healthcare practices to help secure that data because they're a low-hanging fruit for ransomware attackers.
Yeah. I see the value then, like a SME who's able to speak the language and translate how to get to that funding and the technology that applies to it. That's where TD SYNNEX really fits into that scenario.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, so for our partners, where should they go to find out more about this?
So you can always contact for their partners, they all have a local sales rep, right? So they can contact their local sales rep, or they can contact me directly, first name, last name, at tdsynnex.com. Tara's the same way. But in the end, the partner community has their dedicated team at TD SYNNEX, and they can reach out to that community.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Tara, for joining me today.
Thank you,
everyone, for watching. You can find more videos from F5 App World when you follow us on LinkedIn, X, YouTube, and on f5.com. Otherwise, thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.